This week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Safe Spaces.
I would like to go to one.
Yeah, me too. The place where all the old bottoms
old bottoms?
Yeah, old bottoms.
Over 30? Over 50?
Over 40, 50, 60, and sometimes 70. Okay. The old bottoms went to go find them a young tenderoni and spend that retirement check in Atlanta is no longer a safe space.
What do you mean?
I am talking about the safe space that we used to call Bulldogs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the backstory. I didn't know the backstory. What is it you say?
No, I don't think anyone really knows the full backstory, but I just saw the kids were in there twirling and then the old people were moving out the way.
Come on.
So
not my knee.
Okay. I just got this replaced.
I got one good knee left.
And a good hip.
Okay.
And I was trying to use it tonight, but y'all in here fighting.
All right.
So if you can't go to Bulldogs, then where could you go?
Imagine me.
Because Bulldogs is supposed to be like a safe space. I mean, you felt a little dingy, a little dirty sometimes when the old men be rubbing up on you and stuff like that, but you never felt like you were in danger. Never felt like a fight was going to break out for me.
I don't know what happened.
A fight broke out at Bulldogs.
Well, I do know. Yes, sweetie. Girl, yes. The video circulated. But did we figure out the backstory?
No. It don't matter.
Suck his boyfriend dick in the bathroom because, down to the Marquette, that's what it was about.
Yeah. But it really don't matter. Like, at this point, we have, like, so few black spaces left, black gay spaces left.
In Atlanta.
And definitely even in Atlanta. That's, like, one of the last on the whole eastern seaboard.
In Atlanta.
And so we need to keep these spaces open and to keep them making money, and we can't do that if y'all niggas keep going down there fucking it up, fighting and shit.
They was like, it's because the drink prices are so cheap. Don't be fucking it up for me, girl. I love a good cheap drink, girl. That's why. Don't blame the drink prices, because that's why I come here, girl.
A cheap drink has never made me want to jump somebody.
A cheap drink made me want to go sit my ass down. Like, girl, this drink cheap, so I know I don't need to be getting up. My attitude might be bad, but it might be because this drink cheap, so I just accept my consequences of that and go over there. Then the girls go over there with the fight. No, go over there. Go east with the fight, ma'am. I'm up here on the west.
Go over to Buckhead and fight. Shit, damn.
Something.
But at least can y'all keep the peace in this one last black gay space, because they, and when I say they, I mean white people, are trying to eliminate these spaces so much. If you need examples, look up all the black gay clubs in New York, look at all the black gay clubs in DC, look at all the black gay clubs in Dallas, and see closed, all the way down the list of black gay clubs. And we don't have that many left. And so for me, because I would like to go back to Bulldogs one day, can y'all stop fighting?
And I would still like the drinks to be cheap. Just for my own personal reasons, I would like the drinks to still be cheap. Thanks.
And I'll allow an old man to grope me still, just like in olden days. That's what I know. That's what Bulldogs gives. Old men grope you. They buy you drinks. They ask for your number. You give them the wrong number, then you leave. That's Bulldogs.
Oh.
Stop me when I'm lying.
Oh. Man.
Okay. Well, welcome to this week's episode of Here For It podcast again. I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, aka your favorite top's favorite top.
Here we go.
BKA, I stole that from OG.
I was like, here we go. Here we go.
I don't even watch Basketball Wives, but I love the little scene.
Your favorite athlete's favorite athlete. I was like, OG, go.
I didn't. So is she an athlete?
She played women's football in a league down to the LA. So.
Ain't she like 5'4"? She played football?
She probably was a sprinter fish that executed fast prontos or something. Whatever the term is.
Prontos.
I don't know the football word.
Pronto. Okay. So. Well, anyway, I am still your favorite top's favorite top. BKA, the Senorita Slayer.
So you Camila Cabello?
Slayer.
Senorita. Oh, Justin
that was
too.
That was a whole nother key. That was a whole nother key.
Slay that Senorita as well.
Wow. Who are you?
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, RonaldMatters.com. Our icebreaker this week is...
Our icebreaker this week is J-Lo and Shakira are supposed to be doing the halftime show.
And the gag is the surprise is supposed to be Pitbull. I'm like, of course Pitbull is fucking coming out.
Duh.
Why y'all didn't give him the check and the equal
Publicity?
Woo, words.
Yeah.
So justice for Pitbull.
Yeah,
because it ain't no surprise that he's coming out.
I mean, y'all, in his city, he just got to put clothes on and come down the street.
And the suit gonna be paid for. He just got to tag them on Instagram.
So I'm still lukewarm.
The icebreaker.
Let me get to it.
Oh, come on.
I'm still lukewarm about seeing this, but I do believe that J-Lo and Shakira are going to do their best, and if they do their best, then it should be a decent show.
I'll watch it online.
Okay.
I mean, are we supporting football now? Are we back? I mean, because Jay-Z did not...
Oh, I ain't watched the football game yet. I'm just saying.
I was going to say, because I don't know if Colin Kaepernick got a contract. They still got to figure that part out.
No, I'm not advocating for people to watch the game. I have not watched the game in ages. No. But I'm just saying it's one of the most watched performances in the
online.
TV. Anyway, what would you like to see them perform, even if you're going to watch online? What is a J-Lo song or a Shakira song or songs that you would like to see?
I would like to see all of the, what you call it when you be in somebody's community, but you're not. When Giannis Marshall went down to the ball and was like, I didn't feel welcome. What was that called? Appropriation? So all that appropriation, Giannis Marshall took his ass down to the ballroom scene and did. I would like if Jennifer Lopez performed Tens. And then put all the ballroom kids up there in front of, not 100 million, the 89 million people that are going to watch it live. Okay. So I would like to see Justice for Us because when I was listening to that
Justice
J-Lo
for
album,
Ashanti, she can bring Ashanti out. They said Ashanti
Katy Perry brought out Missy Elliott, and I was like, I don't know the correlation, but here we go.
Well, Ashanti has sang J-Lo songs before.
That's the correlation that would make sense. So I agree. But so all that appropriation that J-Lo has done, I would like to see it rectified. And so she got to bring out Ashanti. She got to bring out the whole ballroom scene. She got to bring out all the original hip hop girls she stole from. Talking about some I'm Still Jenny from the Block girl move. And
she got to bring the Fly Girls out.
And a reunion from the Fly Girls from In Living That's how you do it. Okay. So which song? I don't know which song, but she got so much to do. Shakira, you only got like one song. Because J-Lo got so much to make up for.
Justice for Shakira. One, she does not have just one song.
She does not.
I do want to see Hips Don't Lie, obviously. I think that's her biggest world.
Wherever.
Yeah. And then Whenever, Wherever. I would also like to see La Tutora. So, La Tutora was beautiful.
Beautiful.
So, y'all stop hating on Shakira. She's got hits. But from Jenny, I want to see Jenny from the Block and I want to see Booty. Minus Iggy Azalea. Booty.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what the chorus was.
Because I feel like she can dance to it. It's because we know we're not going to get no vocal slayage. I mean, I just want her to be able to dance.
Was there any vocal slayage on the track?
So that's why I know that since we're not going to get that, we might as well at least get a good dancing show. And she might put on a good dancing show to Booty. And then Jenny from the Block is like one of her bigger things. So we'll see what they do. That is our icebreaker this week.
I'm still cold. I'm still cold, bro. I'm still cold. Hold me, bro.
Breathe on your hands. Our word of the day this week is compersion. I know. Compersion. 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 It is a noun. It is when someone is pleased to see their lover getting sexual pleasure from someone else. The opposite of jealousy. It's a real thing.
Yeah, like when the white men love watching their wives get D'd down.
That's your type of porn.
Tune into our Patreon.
Tune into our Patreon where he likes black on white women porn.
Cool.
Thanks. And so now you have the word for it. It is compersion.
Because I was watching a video this morning. Oh, I'll tell them.
Yeah.
I was watching a video this morning before work, and White Trey was like, "Babe, I ain't never seen you cream like that before." And she was like, "Do you see what I got in front of me right now? Do you see?"
So you got
was
your
embarrassed. He
so
was
you-
like, I'm sorry. White Trade was apologetic.
So you got your life.
I did, and I made it to work on time.
We'll leave that right there.
So per who?
Compersion.
Compersion. Name your baby that.
When someone is pleased to see their lover getting sexual pleasure from someone else, the opposite of jealousy. So saying, a lot of people will be like, oh, I couldn't see my lover doing that, or I couldn't see my boyfriend or girlfriend doing that.
I would like to see him doing that.
And that's what compersion means. I would like to see them get their life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So support for this ghetto ass podcast comes from a couple of awesome
funny,
donors.
bitch?
Huh?
What's funny? You don't love our listeners like I do.
Wow.
Thank you guys for supporting our podcast. If it wasn't for you,
You would be hungry. So, if you'd like to see this podcast continue, please get over to our Patreon right now. For at least $1 a month, you can be a part of our patron list and get exclusive content. We just recorded exclusive bonus content where Ronald talked about some of his favorite porn.
okay, and we talked about other stuff. You revealed something.
Concerts, and albums that we can listen to all the way through.
Okay.
So if you would like access to that content as well as future videos, future photos, meet and greet info ahead of time before the rest of the public gets it, get over to our Patreon right now. For $1 a month, you can support this ghetto ass podcast.
Ghetto.
Our affirmation this week is get the fuck up. Yes, life kicked you in the nuts, but you're made of titanium. That titanium won't break. Get the fuck up. Laying in misery won't get you to the finish line. Get the fuck up. Somebody is watching to see if you can recover. Get the fuck up. Your ancestors and mentors need to see you win to validate their lessons and struggles. So if you feel down, just get the fuck up. That is our affirmation this week.
Is that a poem?
I wrote it.
Oh, come on now. Yes. A haiku by Superman. Well, an infamous quote that I always refer to is by Nikki Parker, who told Kimberly Parker,
This is infamous?
the race might not be going the way you want it to go, but you can't win it if you ain't in it. And so I be sitting down to the job like, oh my gosh, I want to be a brunch gay. I want to be a boot gay. I gotta have I need to.
You don't even have any boots.
Pick a wall. Pick a wall. Pick a wall. I can't wait to meet Tiffany Pollard at the Impulse event. Pick a wall. Pick a wall. Cause I'm fabulous.
We're going to get there eventually. Okay, so you're also affirming to just get the fuck up and stand the race.
The race might not be going the way you want it to go, but you can't win it if you ain't in it.
Okay.
That's the haiku by before she became problematic. Nikki Parker.
Last week, we're on to our separate topics as of now. Last week we talked about the stupendous news that Ed, the Predator Buck, was finally arrested, and we launched the hashtag Convict Ed Buck. Little did we know that God had much more in store for us.
Come on. He was saving his draft, but he just hadn't pressed publish it. So,
oh my God,
he was updating some notes. Come on, God.
So little did we know that God was already working on more things as we recorded that episode when we were celebrating the arrest of Ed Buck. And as we wrapped the show last week, we were also inundated with more news that the apartment building that Ed Buck was staying in has evicted his deranged, pasty ass out onto the street. Has put the shit out on the street.
I don't want it. I don't want nothing in his house.
Oh, I'm sure the trash people have come picked it up at this point. But the Advocate has reported that they just did not want no drug den around today goddamn apartment building. I don't know what took them so long to figure out that that's what was going on. And they just really didn't want the smoke of everyone that was protesting and demonstrating outside the building that has been going on since Jamel Moore's original death. So thank God somebody had a business mind, a business acumen to be like, okay, well, he ain't worth it, and he probably don't even pay his rent on time. So shout out to that. That is absolutely wonderful news. I'm absolutely here for it.
Yeah.
And yes, he should have nowhere to go because he should still be in jail. He should be convicted and have
federal custody,
no home to come back to in the first goddamn place.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit that his shit is on the goddamn street. I don't give a shit that he's homeless. He should be in jail. That should be his home. And so if you have not figured it out already, I'm definitely here for it, and convict Ed Buck.
Amen.
HRC, the Human Rights Campaign, they are turning things around, allegedly.
They've been, quote, they had their blinker on to turn left, but I ain't seen a full turn yet. So what they did now?
So they have a new president, Alfonso David.
Oh yeah.
Who is the very first person of color to ever be a president of the Human Rights Campaign.
Yeah, they've been about to turn for a minute, but
so after 400 years, after the first slaves were brought to the shores of North America, we still have responsibility. We still have a responsibility to confront, which he was quoted in saying in USA Today.
Oh, he said it. Okay.
Yeah.
What, HRC said that?
No.
Don't mention nothing about no slaves.
No. So he also went on to talk about being born in the United States at a very young age. His family moving from Liberia. So he has an immigrant background as well as being gay himself. And he feels very fortunate to find refuge in the United States, and he grew up in Baltimore, so he knows the hood experience as well. And he is saying that they're going to make direct strides for our communities that have not been made before. So I would like to see this happen. I definitely think we should take the wait and see approach, because HRC has been missing, absent, not here.
The girl with her blinker on, but she's still driving straight. It's like, girl, turn your blink off.
But she know where she going. She knows she could have turned left into the hood, but she felt like somebody was going to open the car door and take her groceries out, so she just went down the highway.
HRC,
20 miles out the way to get to the white neighborhood.
HRC, what we doing?
So that's what HRC's history was before. And so now with a new president, and they have some other officers on their board. One is a friend of mine that I really do believe that a change is going to come. In the words of that wonderful, wonderful speech, a change will come. So I'm hoping to see it. HRC has a lot of resources, a lot of power, a lot of pull.
Donors.
And they can come down into these communities and make some real change that is necessary. And we will see over the next coming months what HRC will do.
I'm nervous because I know that in order to be respected, you've got to make 3 or 4 like sweeping changes immediately as you come through the door. But as a person of color, you've also got to see what you can, quote, nigger rig, end quote, along the way. Wow. Because like change, you want your legacy to be felt 20, 30 years after you've stepped down. So like, what can he, like squeeze in there that the HRC girls won't find, but also impacts persons of color? So like, how can their HBCU movement actually be an HBCU movement? Because the HRC, they've been doing it for 2 or 3 years now, and I'm just like, so what y'all doing down to the homecoming at Howard? What are y'all doing down to the A&T? I'm just like, what are y'all doing, HRC?
We don't know, but we do have to give this man
time
of our community,
of
our community, from our community.
But y'all said Jay-Z deserved the same thing, so
well, Jay-Z has a track record of not.
What is the NFL going to do? We got to give him time. We got to give Jay-Z time. I'm tired of giving niggas time.
Well, the difference is Jay-Z has a track record, and Alfonso does not have a track record of being president over large organizations with vast sums of money and disappointing the community that he comes from and says that he's about. So if in the first year he has not put up or shut up, then his track record should be, well, we gave you this damn position.
The first 500 meters, girl, what you done did with it?
Nothing. If the answer is nothing, then you should be dragged.
Okay.
But you know, like my position with Impulse, if after my first year I did nothing to change the way that Impulse operated in DC or the way that our events looked on the outside or on the inside, or if we were not getting any people to come to our events, then yeah, drag me through the mud. I'm a shitty director. But if the opposite has happened and our events just keep getting bigger and keep getting more high profile, then give me my roses.
Literally, he wants roses, y'all.
Pink roses. Thank you.
If anybody's listening.
Yeah. Russia, if you're listening. Next story is, I have been late to the party, but I am present now. And that's all that matters. But congratulations to Trevante Rhodes and his engagement to
Susan.
Whatever her name is.
Her name is not Susan, but whatever her name is.
Whatever her name is. She's a black lady.
She is?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I am.
Her name is not Susan.
No, she's a black lady with kinky curly hair.
I'm finna Google it. Because when I saw the headline, I was like, oh, let me tweet Superman about this.
No, she's a sister.
I'm Googling. True.
She's pretty.
I don't trust you.
Okay. So, Bay, if you're listening out there, I want you to know I'm happy for you. I'll wait for you to come home still. And I'll wait for you to come to your senses.
Tara Cooper Wright.
Okay, yeah, we didn't need to know her name.
Not you devastated. We did not need to know her name.
We didn't. We just needed to know she's a sister. That's all.
I didn't believe. When you believe.
Now, when you believe. So, I just would like us all to, be happy for Trevante. Maybe she'll give him a baby, and then he'll just decide that he wants to come home again, and that's fine. Or maybe 2 babies, that's fine. But, he's got to figure out where home is. So, shout out to you, Trevante Rhodes. Next on the list, on the I don't want to say docket because that just feels gross. Ooh. Your home state, your home city.
The specific area code? 901?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Put some respect on us.
Well, we're gonna put a little respect in, and it's gonna be taken back real quick.
Because K. Michelle still be representing.
Shout out to White Station High School.
Thank you.
White Station High School is a high school in White Station. Is White Station?
White Station is not a neighborhood. It's more of
Station. It's in Memphis.
It's in Memphis. It's just one.
South Haven is the one that's in Mississippi, technically.
So it's just White Station is one of the more progressive schools. Like a lot of kids who do well on the SAT go to White Station. A lot of the kids who do well, they test well, they get good grades, they go to good colleges.
So it's a
White Station,
a good school in the middle of the ghetto?
White Station is always known for its accomplishments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's got another accomplishment.
It's got another one.
Congratulations to the homecoming royalty winner, Brandon Allen, who won the new title, which is no longer Homecoming King or Homecoming Queen. It's just called.
So they just decided to get rid of those.
Yeah, they got rid of it.
Patriarchy.
And no one won Homecoming King or no one won Homecoming Queen. One person won Homecoming Royalty. And his name is Brandon Allen. Brandon Allen is a tall, brown-skinned gentleman with
gowns.
Beautiful gown. Beautiful gown.
And a tiara.
Well, I think he got the tiara because he won.
It's his.
Yeah.
It's his.
But the picture on their Instagram, White Station High School 901, They are celebrating him, and I assume that this is his mama that is up there with him. Maybe
because he looks like her. I was gonna say, I think
because they got the same glasses and
they look
same grade of hair, no shade.
And they used he, him, his pronouns.
Yes.
In the caption. Okay, he identifies as male, but love a gown, and that's okay.
And it was a pretty gown,
and it's okay.
And we are in 2019 where we can change shit. Stuff does not always have to be what it has been for. What, 100 years have we been doing homecomings
and skirts
and proms? 100 years?
Wigs. Men wore heels first. Men been
so because we've always been doing homecoming king, and I'm speaking as a homecoming king.
Oh, you were homecoming king?
I was homecoming king.
When?
I didn't win shit.
11th grade?
No,
12th grade. Oh,
I came out.
Graduating class.
Yeah, I got cute that year. I wouldn't be hurt by this if I was running for homecoming king and they changed the category to homecoming royalty and somebody else beat me and was homecoming royalty and I wasn't homecoming king. I would have been like, oh well, shit, she got more votes. That's how this works.
Girl, can you tell Donald Trump that? Can we tell the Electoral College that?
Hopefully, Nancy Pelosi and Senator Harris will tell him that.
Come on.
That's a whole nother subject.
Come on.
Day. But I want to stay on this subject because it's important to the spectrum.
Give flowers, literally.
Well, he got his flowers. But it's also important to the people around that area because if you read the comments.
Read the room.
If you read the retweets about this young man winning homecoming royalty, the ignorance is plainly available. So many black women were so hurt. I can't believe a black queen out there didn't get her award because y'all want to change the way the system goes at the last minute to black royalty. So now she gonna get to be homecoming queen. And then the brothers on the other end talking about how come a brother don't get to win homecoming king if this boy got to wear a dress to homecoming.
You still gonna go to jail. What? You still gonna end up with 3 kids and no man. So what does winning homecoming king royalty? It don't matter what you call it, girl. It ain't you. It ain't you, and that's why you're mad. Face the facts. Go down to the labor ready, girl. Just ask them what they got available today, and you just do that.
That's the unemployment office.
Leave the girls alone. Go down to the Indeed.com. Call the local recruiter and do that. Do that, okay? Leave him alone. He ain't did nothing to you but show up and exist. And that's why I continue to say I will continue to be loud. I will continue to represent for bottoms. Femme girls, it's femme as in my category. I will continue to represent for all the girls who look like me, who have the same characteristics as me. Because you know what? The girls show up I show up. And the girls be mad that I exist.
Yeah.
And I exist. I do. You're not going to erase me, girl. I'm going to show up. I exist. There's nothing you can do about it.
We just got to get you some heels.
More at 5.
Okay.
But, bitch. I'm not going the Sam Smith route because the Sam Smith route is very problematic. But I do.
He put his sweaty titties on the internet the other day, and I was like, "This is nasty."
I was not here for it. But back to my home girl Slice down to the 901. He shows up. He got more votes than you.
He got more votes than everyone, boy or girl.
Squirrels, rats, snakes,
clowns. My homegirl said from that lesbian video, she said stems are the ones. No, she said dykes will fuck everyone, but she said they will wear clown clothes. Tangent. Anyway,
I show up, I exist, I win awards, I do things, I'm me. There's nothing you can do about it. How about you focus on why your food stamps got reduced this month?
Ouch. The important part to note, like I said, the internet angst was mostly grown people. It wasn't even other people that attended high school with him.
I just can't.
It wasn't, one of the other teens that were running for homecoming king and homecoming queen, and they're mad.
Their name was on the ballot. They mom had spent $3,000 on this campaign.
It's not even them.
It ain't even though.
It's all of these black woke hoteps that feel like
from Arkansas.
Oops. That feel like we need to go back to when things were binary. Shout out to when things were binary. You learn.
Make America great again.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the point. Is they don't see that they're saying the same message to someone else, because it just seems like it's okay when you're punching down at somebody, but when somebody else is punching down at you, then it's a crime. I can't believe they're wearing this racist ass hat. Why did they come in here? Make America great. When was America great? So if that same logic applies to Make America Great Again hats and to Trump supporters, why don't you apply that same logic to this situation of, hey, America was not necessarily always great when we had binary categories of king and queen for homecoming, because it left some people out.
Disabled people.
I don't think it left them out, but it left.
A lot of people that were disabled felt like they wouldn't get votes because they weren't on the football team or they weren't the cutest cheerleader. Just eliminate all those factors that y'all was used to. All that other patriarchy shit. Bye.
Yeah, so the actual patriarchy stuff of if I'm trans, what category should I run in? That's the kind of stuff that they don't want to let go. They want to keep trans people that are non-binary.
You're trying to get back to that. Okay.
I'm trying to help you out. And so they want to get back to the days when that was not talked about, wasn't a thing, wasn't a subject. But you can't put the Jack in the Box back in the box. It's already out.
It's uncomfortable for me.
Most importantly, the kids know these things now. So if the kids at these high schools and at these middle schools are accepting and know these things, why the fuck your grown ass inserting your opinions into this kid business? Don't you have some other business to be attending to? So I'm absolutely here for it. Shout out to this young man. Again, his name is Brandon Allen at White Station High School. I know you had to go through a lot of shit to get to where you are today, to get to where you are walking around Memphis in a dress going to homecoming, because that's a fucking superhero. Because if you got out, let's say he don't even live in Whitehaven, let's say he live in fucking North Memphis, and he got to get in his dress and his heels and get out of the house and into the limousine and hope that nobody see him and want to throw rocks at the limousine or shoot at him or something like that for the way that he's wearing, and then go to the function and have enough courage to still walk around the function and be happy and know that people are side-eyeing and sneering and staring and don't give a fuck, and because he's about to win
follow me on Instagram.
He's about to win homecoming royalty by the end of the night.
Bitch.
So that takes courage.
I have a YouTube channel. Like, bitch, what are you promoting, Brandon? Promote it now. Now is your time.
I agree. I'm absolutely here for it. And I wanted that to definitely be in our topics, because it was just it was just a lot of negativity around it. Last but not least, y'all have another opportunity to see us again.
We do? What we doing?
Yeah. We've given y'all a lot of opportunities to come out and see us.
Okay, come on out.
And maybe some more in the future. But this next one, October 20th, right here in DC. If you are in DC, you have easy access. Come on through. If you're not in DC, you got a couple weeks to
get your gas money,
plan your package, and get on down here. This is going to be a social event that you will not want to miss. Impulse Group, that I am proud to be a part of, is putting on our anniversary party. If you've never come to an Impulse DC anniversary party, you do not know what you are missing. And this one, we will not disappoint as well. We're having it on October 20th at the showroom right here in DC. Tickets are on the Eventbrite right now. Our special guest is Tiffany New York Pollard. I have not seen...
Pick a wall! That's what I said. Pick a wall! Pick a wall!
I have not seen Tiffany since we did...
Is it Boots?
Philly.
I don't remember because you weren't memorable.
You dream a lot.
Because it applies.
It applies. It applies.
That's what Brandon down in Memphis telling the girls. Because it applies.
Royalty.
Because it applies.
I haven't seen Tiffany since we did Philly Pride together, and when I tell you, she is the same person that you see on TV. That is not an act. She is
that's
that.
A lesson in a
we have to host her. Y'all just get to have fun with her and take pictures. We got to host her.
We got to
I love her boots, but
we don't have that brand of champagne. Well, I'm going back to my room.
If you don't think that is going to be a reality. Anyway, we're going to put the Eventbrite link in the bio for a $5 donation.
Yeah.
You can come and kiki with us at Here For It Podcast and Tiffany New York Pollard.
Come on.
It is a black tie event. The girls are going to be in their best and finest of wears. If you don't have it, wear you a black polo shirt and some black interview pants.
Get your titty tape together so the titties can sit up.
But you don't want to miss this. This is going to be open bar. Not just beer and wine, I mean open bar, drinks. And we've prepared a very special menu of drinks, and they have a advocacy message to them, and you're going to want to drink each one of them. The theme is Sin City, so think about going to Vegas to go do some sinning. Yeah. So we want you to come do some sinning with us.
Dress like that. Dress for that theme.
Yes. Yeah. And so the $5 donation is going to our mental health scholarship. We are giving out 10 mental health scholarships to deserving people that need mental help, that can't afford mental help. And so your donation is going to go towards that. We appreciate you guys. Come out and see us. I'm going to be in something cute. I'm going to be signing titties. Probably going to be drunk by the end of the night.
It's your event.
So come on out. The link is going to be below. And that wraps up our topics.
This weekend social studies, child. I'm going to talk about 3 different situations in Superman. I would like your opinion on them. Uh-oh. And listeners, these are very important because, I'm currently on my whole legal kick. I really am digging what's going on in the courts with the...
You going to law school like Kim Kardashian as well? Like part-time?
Kim Kardashian of bottom reform.
Okay. So y'all both in part-time law school.
The first situation... This story is from June 2019. Imagine this during Pride Month. A federal conviction citing the Hate Crimes Prevention Act was upheld for Curtis Tibbs. He's an Amazon worker down to the warehouse who was a victim of James Hill, who expressed his hatred for homosexual individuals by punching his coworker in the face. James argued that the statute regarding the Hate Crimes Prevention Act was unconstitutional as applied to him because he didn't affect interstate commerce when he walked up behind Curtis Tibbs, who was carrying items to be packaged and shipped, when he punched him multiple times in the face.
He decided it didn't apply to him.
But the U.S. Court of Appeals said that Tibbs was preparing packages for shipment across the interstate lines. And so, therefore, girl, you done fucked up federal government law. See, you thought that he was just going to put some Ben & Jerry's and some wet lube to something to go down the street. No, this gay man was preparing shit to go a lot of different places. So he was a federal government worker. And so if this worker can be... regulated by federal guidelines, federal laws apply to when violence happens on him down to the job. But because you ignorant, you didn't know that. And okay, anyway, child. Socially conservative organization Focus on the Family said that hate crime laws have, quote, always been a bad idea. They, quote, they simply end up punishing people twice, once for the underlying criminal act, in this case assault and battery, then they punish thoughts, not actions, as separate crimes, end quote. What are your thoughts on that?
Nuck if you buck.
Even when you at work under the federal government?
No, I'm talking about the person that got hit. So I mean,
I'm just walking around carrying my shit down to the Amazon.
If I get hit at the job, you hit me first. One, now I have a valid HR complaint, so you getting fired after this. But now I can take out my frustration of working down here at this goddamn factory and whoop your motherfucking ass. He hit me first, and I just felt I had to stand my ground. Ooh, y'all hate when that turned around, didn't you, bitch? And shout out to Dallas County for getting that girl the fuck up out of here for killing both of them genius.
Geiger, what was her first? Elizabeth,
Amber.
Ashley, who knows? Child, situation number 2 happened in February 2019. This is an international story. So it says a Pakistani man was sentenced to 6 months in jail for blackmailing his Filipino colleague who later committed suicide in Dubai. The Pakistani man threatened the Filipino man that he would share photos of him sucking another man's dick who also worked down to their job. He threatened to circulate the photos through WhatsApp unless the Filipino man gave him an iPhone 5.
That sounds accurate.
In July 2017, the Filipino man reportedly hung himself in a bathroom, leaving behind a handwritten suicide note in which he asked for the Pakistani man to be arrested. So you get caught sucking your coworker dick down to the job. And then a straight man wants to blackmail you in 2017 for an iPhone 5 that came out multiple years ago.
He liked the camera features. He didn't need 3 cameras.
So in February 2019, February 2019, this man was sentenced to 6 months in jail for his coworker committing suicide. Based on leads that were his fault. Is 5 months in jail enough time? My question was, is that enough time? So just leading with what I was thinking when I wrote this. I was like, is that enough time?
Never is. But it's about what the defense and the prosecution can prove. And so apparently they weren't able to prove that he was as liable as he probably should have been. So 5 months.
Child gay co-worker. Anyway. So the last situation. In 2013, Aimee Stevens sent a letter to her employee of 6 years, RG and GR Funeral Homes, coming out as a transgender woman and informing her boss that she would be following the firm's dress code for female employees moving forward. Shortly after Aimee sent the letter, the firm fired her, saying that she violated the company's dress code. Aimee Stevens filed a lawsuit against the funeral home with the help of the ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union, for unlawful termination based on the basis of sex discrimination, arguing that she was fired for being transgender. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit ruled in favor of Stevens and found that she had been unlawfully fired under the violation of Title VII. As of right now, only 29 states have laws protecting LGBTQ Americans. Next week, I hope y'all are listening, next week, on October the 8th, the Supreme Court will decide if America's 11.3 million LGBT Americans
approximately
can be protected under this rule, under Title VII. So, what are your thoughts? I know you know more than what I just read on that.
Yeah, we reported on that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we should all stand with Miss Stevens because it could definitely be any of us at any time. I've been fired before for being gay, but they like kind of phrased it differently so that they couldn't be in trouble because they knew my HRS was going to come back to bite them.
You're the HR girl.
So they fired me because they saw, well, you know, you got a gay picture on the internet. Like, girl. Anyway, so it could happen to any one of us, and unless there is a on the books federal law to protect each and every one of us should be watching this case.
Mm-hmm. The Supreme Court.
And should be supporting this case because it could very well be each and every one of us. From the spectrum of super masculine DL, and they don't know until they found out that you getting your dick sucked in the broom closet, to the ultra feminine, to the trans girls, or to a drag queen that just want to wear drag to work. If I show up and I am a good worker and I obey the rules, it should not matter what I present as. If I came and I did an interview and I was a butch queen the first day of the interview, and then the second day I'm a femme queen, and then by Friday I'm
gender nonconforming.
I'm trade with my boots and my furs on, then shit, am I doing my job right? That's the point. That's the whole point of work. It's not, you're not there to be my friend. I'm not there to be your friend. I'm there to do a job, make a check, go home. You should be allowing me to do these things if I'm able to do my job, not because you feel a certain type of way about having a trans employee at work.
Especially when the letter included, like, Aimee was seeing a therapist and had been diagnosed with dysmorphia and with support
Body
of
dysmorphia.
her wife. So it was just a lot. It was just, I have like medical proof. I have support of my family, and just this is my.
And I'm telling you in advance, so when I come to work, I don't want y'all to be acting all shocked. I don't want no bullshit. I am writing you a letter to say when I come back, don't address me as
Aimee was
anything.
going on a 2-week vacation before she came back and was going to identify as female.
Don't address me as anything other than Aimee.
Aimee, yeah.
Thanks. That's it. You should have the choice of telling people what to call you. Nobody is a pet. If you're a pet, then your owner tells you, hey, your name is Left Eye. That's my dog's name. Hey, your name is Max. That's what you do to pets. You can name your pet because pets don't really get to name themselves. People can change their names all the time. No one blinks an eye when a woman goes on vacation to Jamaica and she come back and her last name is changed. Y'all just fucking change it on the email and don't nobody blink. But I can't come back to work and tell y'all my name is Aimee because it hurts your feelings. Y'all can leave that shit in 2018. We're in 2019. And hopefully the Supreme Court will uphold her case. Let's hope so. Next, in sexual health, I wanted to talk about an important topic because it is a growing topic. And
is it growing?
Yeah.
9 inches?
Somebody with 9 inches probably got these. But we should talk about it because people are a little cavalier about these things, and they shouldn't be. And I'm not trying to slut shame anyone and start off there, but I want us to have healthy sex, which is why we do sexual health on this podcast. So I want to talk about co-infections of STIs and STDs, otherwise known as the gathering of the STD infinity stones to make the infinity gauntlet of STDs. I think that we don't talk about it enough and or are not as educated as we should be, that one infection can make you extremely susceptible to another infection, that can make you extremely susceptible to another infection, that can make you extremely susceptible to another infection, and then before you know it, like I said, you got the infinity gauntlet of STDs. You got the chlamydia, the gonorrhea, the HPV, and the HIV all at the same time, and your body has to contend with all 4 to 5 of these STIs, STDs at once, when it's not supposed to even be contending.
You get jumped.
That's what it is. You get your ass whooped in many facets throughout your body. Like your nervous system is being attacked. Your white blood cells are definitely under fucking attack.
Decrepit.
Your gastrointestinal system is under attack. Almost every system that you can. Central nervous system can be under attack with latent symptoms of syphilis. All these systems can be under attack with more than one STI or STD at the same time. And I think that we have made it a little glamorous to talk about going to go get the shot, girl. Okay, well, I had it and I'm done.
Some things shots don't fix.
Yes, some things shots don't fix. Yes.
And PrEP don't fix it either.
What PrEP does what PrEP is supposed to do. So you keep that shit over there on the playground. And so continue to take your PrEP, ladies and gentlemen, but don't open yourself up to co-infections or co-infecting other people without their consent. So I know that in raw as law culture, people will take the chance of, okay, well, girl, maybe I got chlamydia, maybe that one got gonorrhea. hopefully I don't pass anything to him, or hopefully he don't pass anything to me, and our STIs and STDs would be mutually exclusive. The answer is no. There's a real opportunity when you already are infected with an STI or STD that weakens your immune system to be more susceptible to be infected by the other STI or STD that may not already be present in your body. And then if you already have HIV, what happens when you have 2 co-infections? You are now being put into clinically, one of the terms for AIDS is when you have multiple co-infections and or cell counts get a little bit lower.
I forgot the cell count, I thought.
No, it's both.
Okay. I got to do more research.
Yeah. It's different ways to classify it in different categories of, well, listen, you got full-blown AIDS, quote-unquote. Mm-hmm. Full-blown AIDS, meaning you need to be under doctor's supervision. You need to be on...
Your count is under 500 or 1,000?
No, under 400.
Okay.
And you need to be on an antibiotic drip, and you need to be in the ICU. Mm-hmm. That's quote-unquote full-blown AIDS. So before we even get to that, we want to prevent the co-infections. And so if you know that you may have come in contact with an STI or STD, go and get it treated before you pass it along to someone else, or before something else gets passed along to you, where you have now created this infinity gauntlet of STIs and STDs, and they are whooping your ass from the inside out. The website verywellhealth.com had an article about this topic, and it says, since HIV prefers to infect immune cells, any disease that causes an increase in these cells also will make it easier for a person to become infected with HIV. STDs that increase HIV risk in this way include gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, HPV, and hepatitis. So again, when you run the risk of being co-infected and already have one of the STIs and STDs, you just make yourself more open and more vulnerable to other STIs and STDs. And then the big daddy of them all, you are more susceptible to someone that has HIV. So if you got chlamydia or chlamydia and gonorrhea at the same time, and you're having unprotected sex with someone that has HIV, you stand a greater chance of being infected with that HIV, because your immune system is fighting 2 other infections at once and does not have the power to fight off the HIV that it typically would. So I feel like we should have talked about those co-infections, because they're extremely important. A lot of infectious disease doctors are writing a lot of articles about them and writing about the damage that the different STIs and STDs can do simultaneously, as well as if you are already HIV positive. So that is sexual health this week.
I know I was reading something recently about the deputy something of health in Fulton County, which is Atlanta, was saying that African American men are, the rates for syphilis are just like cray-cray. And they can't understand why African American men in Fulton County,
and trichomoniasis is up as well. So both of these are bacterial things.
What is I know they call it trick in the hood. Okay, so trick is what? Do you kiss people, or do you like put it in the butt and you catch trick? How do you catch trick?
You can catch trick all kinds of ways.
Okay, wow. Okay, don't put it in the butt and don't put it in the mouth.
Yes,
I'm gonna be sober.
Again, pink parts.
I'm gonna be sober then. I ain't gonna get no penis. Okay. Well,
you don't have to put a condom on it if you just are afraid.
Or use a dental dam, but we ain't using it. Or using the finger condom. The finger condom is still when you rub it on it. It's like,
oh, okay.
That's what it looks like.
That's the sound it makes. All right. But be careful out there. Make wise decisions. Make wise decisions about people, and think about it before you put your mouth on it, or put your dick in it, or let someone put their dick in you, or all of the above. And go and get treated if you have an inkling that you might be infected with anything. Go get that treated before you are out here with more than one infection. What is the song for your soul?
Let It Burn by Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
I was like, this is gonna sound so. I was just trying to let you finish, but
well, at least it's not Let It Burn by Usher.
And that's all I have. That's the song for my soul. What's the song for your soul this week?
You don't even want to explain why that's. Don't y'all hate a lazy bottom? The song for my soul this week is I won't say it's an oldie because I still feel I remember the day when it came out. So it's not an oldie, but it's
Forever My Lady by Jodeci.
No.
You was watching The Box.
I was. Anyway, but it's not that. This is a good song, and it's got an awesome video as well. It's all good, so be cool. Tell your girl, I don't care to fight. I got him locked, and he's all mine. So you should know better than to think you could ever put it down like I can. If he needs good loving, I got it.
Come on.
If I need to heat it up, I got fire. Make sure I'm the best for him, for sure. He's running home to me for it. And he knows whatever he wants, I'm with it.
Put it out there.
And he knows the perfect place to come get it.
Say it plain.
And he knows that every woman's not me. Fall back and just let me be. I got to breathe.
Come on.
Please. Back up off of me. I got to breathe. Just breathe. Please. In case you didn't hear me, hell yeah, I got to breathe. So let me breathe.
Please.
Tony Michelle Braxton said y'all will get the fuck up off me about a man. If I have this man at home, I know what he want. And he know where to come get it from. Y'all can stay
here.
back.
It's here. Put this address in the GPS. It'll be here.
He don't even need the GPS to get over here.
Oh, you see me where?
He don't need. He can smell this pussy from over there.
Make a left after the corner store, and then you go like 2 streets, and then you make a right, and then it's the second house on.
He got the map in his head. He know how to get here. So you can move back, sister. You don't have to just move back. And I'm gonna say that that's a subliminal because it's a subliminal.
Sounds very direct to me.
It is.
Yeah.
Sometimes, please.
I got to breathe.
Because if I get a little cornered, you know what happens to an animal when an animal gets cornered? They fuck you up. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So Please came out 14 years ago.
Really?
Yes. Please.
I was 14 years old then.
Trifling. Please was on the self-produced and self-promoted album Libra. And I felt that since we are in the Libra season now, that it would be an accurate way to kick off Libra season. I know that when Libra came out, I went and bought it. I love Libra. Nobody else did, and that is fine.
What was the single from Libra?
Please.
I like the video, but I just...
Okay, so I'm going to tell you like I'm going to tell the rest of them. If you ain't ever heard it, go listen to it right now. If you've heard it once, go listen to it 2 more times and you're going to know why that's the song for my soul.
It's some cute songs.
Oh, it's cute. Yeah, I like the album.
We were also like heavy into like the downloading stages back when they came out. Like,
I bought the CD.
Albums leaked 2 weeks in advance before shit came out. I mean, like, we were heavy into it at that time.
Oh, I went and bought the CD because I knew I had to support my girl because the music industry was saying, we don't know, Tony Braxton might be done. And Tony Braxton was like, no, Tony Braxton's not done.
Trippin' was a good song. Supposed to be
was my jam.
Yeah, she has some bops on here. Okay. I see it.
So, Tony Michelle Braxton for self-producing your own album, self-promoting your own album. And if y'all have not heard Libra, this is a good season to go check it out. If you have not seen the Please music video, please go over there and see that. She gave it. That's all I had to say on that one.
What the girl say in the wheelchair? Y'all didn't even give it what it's supposed to give. What's his name? Roland Ray. He's like, you wouldn't even give it what it was supposed to give. He be getting on my nerves. I love him.
Profits come in different shapes and sizes.
Here for it. What are you here for this week?
What are you here for?
I was trying to be nice. You go. You go.
Okay. What I am here for is Patricio Manuel, who is Everlast, their first professional trans boxer, and their new face, the new face of Everlast. Everlast is a boxing and mixed martial arts company. They do like the gloves and the shorts.
I don't know if I've seen them in like apparel and things.
Yeah, they do all the apparel, and they even got like the boxing bags, and they do all of that shit. Yeah. They got arenas. They host fights. They do all of that shit. So, they have selected Patricio Manuel as their first transgender professional boxer, and Patricio one is fine.
Here we go. What about his talents?
Let me get there. Manuel had a promising boxing career before transitioning as a USA National Amateur Boxing champion, invited to compete in the 2012 Olympic trials. So he is an Olympian. And then once he started transitioning, the girls got in their feelings. Manuel writes, "Once I realized I was trans, I knew that I needed to live my life being seen as a man. I realized that I needed to go all in and risk it all," and that's what he did. And he continued his trans journey into becoming a man. And on December 8th of last year, Manuel had his first fight since transitioning, winning a matchup against Hugo Aguilar at the Fantasy Spring Resort Casino in California. So Patricio was an Olympian, went and slayed the girls, and then came out as trans, continued his trans journey, and then they didn't want him to fight no more, but he came back and started fighting, and is now the face of Everlast. Everlast current campaign.
Brand deals.
Yeah. So I think that it's highly inspirational. It's courageous for Patricio to be authentically himself and to slay and to win as who he feels, as who he knows he is. And the Olympics be damned. So I'm absolutely here for it. As you still figure out what you trying to do in notes.
No, what I'm here for this week is I was really scared that you were going to mention this in Hot Topics, but I knew that the homecoming story was going to lead your puss, so I was like, oh, maybe my story is safe. But anyway, so yesterday, the Memphis City Council Public Arts Oversight Committee, shout out to Memphis, I have never seen a committee with more than like 4 words. So this is the Memphis City Council Public Art Oversight Committee.
They just put this together?
They approved a crosswalk in Midtown near the Cooper Young area. The Cooper Young Festival goes on. It's like one of the big Midtown of Memphis, like Midtown in Atlanta, Midtown, New York. You know, like Midtown is always where things happen. So the Rainbow Crosswalk will be near the LGBT Center called Out Memphis, and will be completed through donated materials and volunteer time, so it won't cost the city 1 red cent. The girls are already hating because just sitting at work and on break, or not actually doing the work that they're supposed to be doing.
Sound like your story.
So, I mean, like, and also the zip code where this is also the zip code with the highest LGBT members and couples in the zip code. So it's in the neighborhood where the most LGBT people can be represented, near the LGBT community center, and one of the more profitable zip codes in Memphis, Tennessee, Lord Jesus Christ, my hometown. But you know, shout out to Brandon. He got to do his struggles, and I just hope we can get it painted in time so he can go down there and broadcast live from the LGBT crosswalk with his sash, crown, and a new gown, and just slay the girls by prom, because I'm absolutely here for it. And so I'm definitely going to be figuring out how I can donate $10 on Cash App to the donated materials and the volunteer time. And I'll be making sure I press all the trade that I know to get down there and just go do the yellow stripe. The yellow stripe ain't gay.
What?
So, you know the rainbow. They're going to do the rainbow stripes.
But the yellow stripe ain't gay?
The yellow stripe ain't gay, is it?
Yeah. All right. I'm happy to see something like this in Memphis. I want Memphis police to at least monitor it for the first year.
Yeah.
Because Memphis is also one of them areas that the girls will be mad at and they'll go and shoot up and fuck it up. Like over to the Medgar Evers fucking memorial. The girls just drive by and shoot at it for fun. Because Medgar Evers was killed and I'm white and I should shoot at the niggers memorial. So I don't trust Memphis to uphold something like this in that area. So I think it just definitely needs to be watched so no one defaces it.
Lastly, in the news article that was announcing this, there were studies done in other cities like Atlanta and of course like around areas where they had done something like this. Businesses were booming and showed an increase of, like...
Because that's what gay dollars come in.
And the gay dollar. Girl. So, I would like to see it. Look at the material. Look at the crosswalk. Look at the material. We're investigating the...
If you don't think I'm going to tell Tiffany Pollard that, one, I'm going to be in something cute, and then as soon as... Look at the material.
Look at the... Somebody get this from my Instagram.
Please. And I want Tiffany to say something. Say something. You can even spit at me if you want. Don't spit at me, though.
No, like, that bitch spit on me. Did you see that? She was so mad when Pumpkin spit on her. But, yeah, look at the material. The gay girls, we get a crosswalk. We get a homecoming royalty in gowns. Memphis is making the news this week for positive things. It's kind of scary.
We'll see. I'm just praying for the protection of Brandon Allen and the protection of the sidewalk because it's dangerous. So now it has come time for our oh shit!
Oh, you didn't drink yours. Wow.
No, that was my.
So now I'm the alcoholic because my cup is empty. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. It has come time for our favorite part of the show. If you are new here, know that we are pouring alcohol to do a shot for our last call. We realize that some of y'all have important jobs and are listening to this at work, so pour yourself a shot of espresso, shot of coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Get you a little fruit smoothie. Don't be drinking on the job and then calling me talking about I got you fired because you started going in after hearing.
I had did a booty bump when y'all had did the last call. Ooh.
Did you give it to yourself?
Yeah, I administer. I'm certified to administer to myself, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you know those. Anyway, it is time for our last call. So have a shot of something with us as we will have a shot of tequila with you.
Well, not to bring Memphis back up because, I could do this all day. But a new report from the Trevor Project shows that one accepting adult can reduce the risk of a suicide attempt by 40%.
I saw that report.
So even though going back to Memphis, the principal of White Station High School, after the school had posted on Facebook the photo of Brandon, getting his things, the principal said, "Here's the thing." She started out and put a colon after that. She's serious. Here's the thing. It's Brandon's right to run for homecoming court under Title IX. It's the students' choice of who they want to support as homecoming royalty, said White Station High School Principal Carrie Holland under the comment of the photo. Quote, "I'm exceedingly proud to be the principal of our amazing school. You don't have to agree, but disrespectful comments will be deleted. WSHS, White Station High School, loves and supports everyone regardless of who they are or what they believe. Thank you for the love and light from so many of you." And so the superintendent of the school also responded to the story on Twitter saying, "Girl, look, their discrimination and their hate, girl, all of it's gonna be gone by sunrise. Get the fuck away from here." So, shout out to all of it just takes one accepting adult and you can reduce the risk of suicide by 40%. So in this specific case, I'm just really glad that the principal of the school and Joyce Ray, who is the superintendent of Shelby County Schools in Memphis, both stood firmly with Brandon. There's two right there. All right.
You need a whole village.
So make sure you guys are the one accepting adult. If someone comes to you, says they're queer, questioning, I think I have a crush on another person of the same gender. Shit, I think I might supposed to have been the other gender. I don't really know what's going on here. Make sure that you are affirming and allow children the chance to explore. That's what being a child is about. Barbie dolls, G.I. Joes, video games, whatever else the girls want to do. I don't know. I ain't been a kid in so long. Arts and crafts.
iPads. Coming to the 21st century.
Whatever kids are doing now, whatever they want to do to explore, one accepting adult reduces the risk of suicide by 40%. And that's my last call.
I agree. I saw that report as well, and I think because there was another child suicide in the last week, and I don't know what his parents' roles were. I know it was mostly about the reason that he killed himself was about being outed at school. Mm-hmm. But if he was able to have full conversations about any and everything with at least one of his parents, he definitely could have brought that home and said, "Hey, listen, I had sex with this boy."
Ooh.
That's what happened.
Well, kids are having sex. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta be accepted. Gotta reduce suicide risk. Okay, you're having sex.
Yeah, you would want your kids to tell you if they're having sex.
I would. Even as the gay uncle, like, so you're having sex. So your mama know. Okay, is that safe to ask? Ooh, I need training.
But yeah, you do. Apparently,
I'm advocating for it, but girl, I still am working on me. I need training. Okay, you're having sex.
Anyway, so the young man was having sex. One of his classmates got the messaging between him and this other boy that he was having sex with, mm-hmm. and put it out on Facebook to the whole school. And so he was so embarrassed about this conversation that he killed himself. So he couldn't or didn't feel comfortable enough with at least one of his parents to go to them and say, "Hey, listen, I did something with this boy. We were going back and forth on messaging. I have a trail of the messages, and somebody else got a hold to the messages and put it on Facebook and trying to embarrass me. I really feel bad about this. I don't know what to do." He needed somebody that he could have went to just say that and not feel judged, not be made fun of, mm-hmm. not be in trouble. Because a lot of parents will be like, "What? You had sex in my house? You were sucking dick?" All of those different things. Get to the root of the problem.
Let's discuss
the root of the problem is this. We can come back to
we can discuss
the logistics of what you was doing and where you was doing it at and who you was doing it with. We can get back to that and have a responsible conversation with them and show them STD pictures. But address
fear-mongering with STD pictures. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it works.
It works. It did, because I was like, "That's herpes? Oh, that's ugly."
And if we was videotaping this show right now, when I was talking about co-infections, I would have showed y'all some co-infections. But we're on a different subject. So if he had that, there's a strong possibility that he would not have killed himself. Unfortunately, he felt like he didn't. And so I think that's an absolute good example of showing that report is accurate, because it literally just happened this past week.
Yeah. So shout out to the White Station High School principal and the superintendent for supporting Brandon.
And Brandon's parents, because Brandon's parents had to buy him that dress and let him walk out into the world and hope that he was going to come back home. And sometimes in Memphis, you can walk out in jeans and a t-shirt and not come back home.
What's your last call? I'm like, girl, don't we going back down the road. Well, I'm trying to wrap it up on a good note. It's our last call.
I'm sorry,
on the last call, it's our good note segment. So.
Well, this is a good note, but it is going to be a somber note as well. Hold on and hold it together. Today is October 1st. As we are recording this, this is the beginning of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to make sure that we highlight it because it affects so many of us in so many different ways. I sent out 3 text messages this morning to women that I knew that were impacted by breast cancer, either previously or currently in a battle with breast cancer, to affirm them and to let them know that, you know, somebody is caring for them and is thinking about them through this trial, even if they've survived it, because a lot of times, I forgot what the statistic is, but there's a big statistic of people that survive breast cancer being diagnosed with breast cancer again later down the road. So we wanted to highlight this special month because this is a month that has like 10 other things that October is the month of this, October is the month of that, and we have room for October to be the month of many things, but October is the month for definitely breast cancer awareness. And so if you know women that are currently struggling with breast cancer, please affirm them and talk to them, spend time with them if you can. And women that may be at risk for breast cancer, motivate them to go get screenings, mammograms, and to keep up with their health, because it can be a monster if it is left unchecked. And you do not want to be celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month next year without the person that you could have been helping get more access to care come Breast Cancer Awareness 2020. So, breast cancer awareness is my last call this week.
That is this week's episode of Here For It Podcast. Follow the show wherever you can find us on the internet, hereforitpod.com. You can get merch on hereforitshop.com and hereforitlive.com for things going on, things coming on. I'm in talks, shenanigans, things.
Sin City link will be below October 20th at the showroom. We are going to be there. So that is the next place you're going to see us because y'all don't have our address.
Yes. Things going on.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, still your favorite top.
And I'm Ronald Matters. Find me anywhere you can find Strict Bottoms, because y'all looking for us, but y'all just don't like to claim us in public.
Wow. Take your Truvada.